Hello and welcome back to Pekin Pines. We left off last time wondering what was going on with Rolo. So let's see what exactly is happening.
Chapter 4.
He's real.
Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran, I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? So now we have to look around. What are we gonna find? Is she up in the closet? We should probably just go outside and look for her, but didn't know if anything changed. Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rolo. So, we left the fridge open, and it's still open, and we left the sink on, and the sink's still on. So is that a sign that she didn't come home? Same gardening book. No new news? Gran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him, so I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. It turns out Rolo is safe and sound. No, he's not. Well, I don't believe he is.
Luca was
missing.
alone.
His grandmother's missing, so everyone in his life's going missing.
The house was empty.
So Gran's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess. Shouldn't he be concerned that the hyena guy, I forget his name, told him that Gran was back at the house looking for him?
Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. "We're fishing with bees?"
That's interesting.
Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one." Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb.
This is weird.
Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. "Interesting choice." With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice, but I respect it. The pond began to freeze over.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right. Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold.
I guess the end.
"Dad, I don't understand." "Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal." The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. "Dad, look out!" His father casually wound the reel. "None of it's your fault, you know. Never was."
Oh.
"Dad, we have to go." Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. "Please, you have to run." The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands.
Poor
"That's the
Luca.
thing about fishing, Luca." His chest began to crystallize. "You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out." A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late.
Is this a sign we need to go fishing again?
He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. "Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?" The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply.
Well, Gran's still not back, but the radio's working.
Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, walkie-talkie, not radio. Rolo?
Faintly, he could hear Rolo amongst the noise.
Oh, could he? Luca. Rolo? Is that you? Luca. Do we have to take it to the treehouse? With the radio? There? Rolo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen. I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here?
Rolo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static.
Listen to me. Someone grabbed me yesterday. Wait, what? The man in the hazmat suit. It took me to some, sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in, for now, at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr? No. Trust. Hold on, someone's coming.
The signal went silent.
Rolo? Rolo, where are you?
Luca held still, waiting for a response.
And he's not gonna get one.
His pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear
Rolo's
you.
voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. You need to... the treehouse. Secure, I guess? The treehouse!
With that, the signal died for good.
What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Rolo, you're a genius.
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
Hook up the walkie-talkie to the radio in the treehouse. Wait. Grand's not home? Just want to go around. Did we knock something over? Probably all this is useless, but nonetheless. Yeah, everything's still on. Grand's not outside. How has he not noticed that Grand's not home? Still. I mean, he ran out. He should have saw that his grandmother wasn't there when he picked up the radio still. Nothing new. You're probably like, gee, that's why it shoved you out the door. Well, to each their own, right?
Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching.
Uh-oh, we gotta
He
hide.
dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
Oh, Gran. And the restaurant owner? So, we all understand our roles? You can count on me. I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while that danger persists. Hiram, you just keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right. You can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with the Harris Valentine. Her resources would have still come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How is Luca holding up? So, I guess these are the good guys, but we're gonna think she's bad because she's lying to us? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all... I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we all in agreement? Is it to save Rolo?
The three shared a determined look.
Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Gran? Why are you meeting with Miss Forelli and Mr. Tolver late at night? Hey, Luca! Gah! Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Early today, I saw Mr. Tover and your Gran enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I tailed them. Here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival? Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hire Tolver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Aren't you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit longer. See ya, Luca. Are we gonna find Beck on the way? Oh. Just want to see if there's any new bait. There is.
Luca wrapped some tape around the hook. Hey, you never know.
What are we gonna catch this time? Paper? Paper mache. I have no clue. I got a bunch of big words written on it. It's got a bunch of big words written on it. Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights with respect to the Beacon Pine CBD and surrounding area have been rejected. Who is that for? Applicant Valentine Estate. Good. Good. Interesting.
Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
I'm waiting. Let's see what we get. I mean, technically, we did get paper last time, so. Ooh. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard liquor for a hard man. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that laying around. Looks like we could use some new bait. Why don't you head out and see if we can find more. Okay. Let's go back out and see what these guys are doing. I did it! I changed the sign. Splendid. Did anyone see you? I don't believe so. You were right. It was simple enough to rearrange the letters. Odd choice for a prank, though. In situations such as these, God, I can't read. Odd is good.
The two boys shared a mischievous grin.
Can't wait for everyone to see the big reveal. It should be quite memorable. Let's make ourselves scarce for now. They didn't notice me. Festival. Okay, I guess we'll just head to mission control. I kind of want to follow them, but keep out. It's still the same here. Rollo? Rollo, are you there? Over. I'm at the treehouse now, Rollo. Mr. Kerr said you were all right. What happened out there? Dang it, Rollo, where are you? Is it Beck? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here, so you'd better come out. Right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons? Is it Beck? How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What, you don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket.
Oh no,
revealing itself to Luca.
It's the bully. I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy?
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me. This is all your fault.
Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
It wasn't. He didn't purposely do it. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second? And I get to be like this forever? There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day. With his positive attitude and power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weepwood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca? Luca! Rollo? It's not safe, Luca. Rollo, where are you? The treehouse! I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Oh, you weren't supposed to come to the treehouse. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they're going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They're saying the same stuff they always do. But it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this barnal docile? Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic, stay here and I'll see what they want. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We'll be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a sec. Of course. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They are saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10? Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run!
Iggy slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon. From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Oh, God. Iggy, there you are. You gave all of us a heck of a scare. Go away. Just leave me alone. Oh, and I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry, though. We're here to help. Help? Then why were you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honkin' big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is, poor fella. Just got a little lost. That's a lie. That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I am the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope?
Hope?
He wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Luca draws himself up and decides to take the only option they had left. Fight.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the Mission Control Defense Cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
I hope this doesn't backfire. Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rollo sends his regards. Yeah. Hey. That was uncalled for, more than a little rude, and just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it comes to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
End this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end.
No.
That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
Be done here. Oh, I didn't even notice that because I didn't go to this side. Struggle is an option. The heavy steel door knocked Luca to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged towards him. He tries to scramble away, but feels a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luca watches his fingers. Nails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly drags him back through the door into the lab into the green light. This is a story about struggle.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone.
Are we gonna murder someone?
Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home.
Oh, okay.
Chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
So no phone call this time. I finished drawing a mess of jam last night. So you'll need to get... so that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rollo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I've set the jam down by the front door. I'm guessing I have to deliver that. Nothing's... Okay, there's 2 batches to drop off. One for Tulliver at the Bag and Wag. Another for Miss Forelli at the diner. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreep? He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There are some extra in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Forelli and Tover get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you now while the day is still young. Okay, so let's go and purposely give Nuncreed the one that's on the top, right? It's got a secret message. Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. They both want to get rid of perennial harvest. Very well. We can meet tonight. Rollo! Okay. Sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. But good news. No more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. He did want a full report. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? It was aliens. I knew it would be aliens. Aliens. No. Zombies. No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? Rollo, I've got to deliver these into town first. We can catch up after that. Oh, is it a whole thing? Sounds like it's a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. He could have helped us deliver this stuff, but whatever. I'm going to go to Nuncreed first and see if that does something fun. Oh, wait. Hi. Wait. Watch your step. Oh, sorry. There was a whole family of beetles here. They have gone missing. I thought they were just sort of wandering around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even beetles.
Luca checked the soles of his sandals.
I think we're okay. It's weird that they're gone. They went missing when the festival preparations began. You think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch where you step, okay? You can tell those jerks. It doesn't matter how many boxes they pile up. I ain't moving. Why would I tell him? I don't care. A child. You're back. Can't talk to you, okay? What? No. No! I'm in a never-ending loop. Okay, it looks like I can't talk to anyone until I deliver this stuff. So let's get the stuff delivered. Oh no, I can. Anger from the past, mistakes not yet made, and a glimmering hope for the future. He carried them all in equal parts everywhere he went. Oh heavens, what a burden to bear! Ain't that right? Mr. Wilder, I trust you have time to chat.
Eris Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands.
Certainly. What seems to be the problem?
Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
I couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about this silly festival. Well, yes, that is the news of the day. But there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are more so interested in this town's future, rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things change, ma'am. And you know, change is dangerous. If you finish that thought, I will make that monocle a permanent picture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished?
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. Change is a dangerous creature, blah, 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 blah. Do we have to always check this? No. Wait up! Oh, we can go in the museum, the library. Hey, Kadu. Good afternoon, Luca. Can I help you find something? Maybe, maybe not. Try me. Well, there's been some weird stuff going on at the old Valentine warehouse. Can't say I know anything about the old warehouse, but empty hives don't stay empty for long.
Kato motioned to the book in front of him.
The more I read about bees, the more similarities I see with people. If a hive collapses and fails, it doesn't stay empty for long. A new queen will set up shop pretty quickly. So you're saying it would make sense for someone new to start using the warehouse? Nature adores a vacuum. Hey, Jays. Oh, hey, Luca. Have you seen this new issue of Hank Atomic? Not yet. No spoilers, please. It's awesome. It's a flashback. No spoilers, please. We get to see how mild-mannered Henry Adams becomes Hank Atomic, man of space justice. Jazz, no spoilers. Oh, sorry. My point is, you're gonna love it. Yeah, alright, Jazz. Catch you later. Roger that, Space Cadet. It's foreshadowing. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncreep. Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Mr. Nuncreep eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. So, do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today.
Luca handed the jam to Mr. Nuncreep, and he nestled it with both hands.
Well, I'll just have to finish this batch off quicker than normal. You tell her to go ahead and get started on my next order. You got it, weirdo. You're not going to talk about the fact that your hand hurts, huh? We're hopping down the bunny trail. Cha. Can I kick it now? Yes.
Huddled
Here you
at
go.
his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Hello.
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. Ah, no bother, no bother.
He leaned forward and lowered his voice.
I see you have something for me. Yeah, Gran has some jam I'm supposed to give
He
you.
leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Yeah, those ones on top. She wrote your name on them?
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes, the jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to
He
me.
reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
I don't know why you're winking at me. I'm a child. I shall put it on my store shelves post haste. Okay. Should finish my deliveries. Of course. Of
He
course.
leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. So stupid. He's not very good at the whole acting secretively thing. How do you keep the ice cream cold? We keep them on ice? Where do you get the ice cream from? I don't know. Somewhere cold? How do they keep somewhere cold? Cold? Look, Bert. Do you want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good. I want ice cream. Did you give Rolo his... Oh, right. That didn't happen. Is this still the same? I don't know why it would change, but...
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots.
Yeah.
And that
Okay, it's the same. Well, we didn't give the wrong jam, because apparently there's names on them. Hey, John. Hey, Don. Yawn. Hi, Luca, what's up? They got you on jam delivery, eh? Yep. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this, one of them is working for William Kerr and Perennial Harvest. The other is working for Harris Valentine. And the Valentines represent Pecan Pine's fat past. Perennial Harvest has positioned itself as this town's future. Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations. I can imagine. As a young first elementary school year child, how interesting that would be to me. Or not elementary school, middle school. Whatever. I don't even know what I said. Well, if it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Miss Fertelli. Look at
She
you.
leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
You're all skin and bones. Is your gran not feeding you? She is. It's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute running around in your little apron taking orders. The whole situation just breaks my heart. What happened with Eleanor? I've got a feeling she's out there somewhere yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh yes, let's see here.
Mrs. Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
Looks like I'm your last delivery. I'll hold on to the basket until the next time I see Juniper. You tell your gran hello for me, Luca. Will do.
Luca squinted at the faded photo of him and his mom at the diner. Memories of that day came flooding back.
Ooh, another mini game. I'm ready to help, Mama. All right, little buckaroo. It's up to you to feed these folks while Miss Farrelly is away. I've got to deal with the inventory before I can start to cook. Do you think you can handle taking some orders in the meantime? Yes, Mama. Hi, Roxy. Luca. I'm helping. Wow. Hopefully your work ethic will rub off on Rolo. What can I get ya? I'm not really feeling like a burger. How about a chicken sandwich with bacon on top? Coming right up. Okay. Chicken. Bacon. I brought you a milkshake too, strawberry. Here you go. I call it the Love Me Tenders. Nice. Aren't you a little young to be waiting tables? Aren't you a little old to be sitting here? No, I'm just trying. I'm just helping out. My father had me hustling when I was your age as well. Well, then why the hell did you ask? Father always says, children are to be sails pulling a family ever forward. That doesn't sound very fun. There's plenty of time for fun. For instance, Father and I always make time to have lunch together once a month.
Luca glanced at the empty seat across from Gus.
That's so sad. Should I come back? Oh no, it turns out Father was too busy to have lunch today. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat alone. Oh. The silver lining is without him around, I can have my usual. A nice stack of cold cuts topped with a pile of sloppy chili. Cold cuts. Chili. Looks disgusting, but whatever you would like. Here you go. Cold cuts with steaming hot chili on top. I call it the hot and cold. That's perfect. Thank you. Gadzooks, they're shrinking the waitstaff.
Jeff slapped the table and gave Luca a toothy grin.
That's hilarious. How's your pops doing? He's been pretty busy these days. I know the feeling. Tell him that fishing rod he ordered should be ready next week, will ya? Sure thing. I've been in the mood for something sweet. You got a burger that can satisfy a sweet tooth? A sweet burger? Yeah, and top it off with some grilled cactus. Grilled cactus? The heart wants what it wants. So this is before his dad died. So what is he? Like 5? Here's your order. I call it the sweet and stabby. Ha! Now that's a burger with bite. What are you guys doing here? Aren't you guys like the same family? Whatever. Looks like we're missing a few things. Why don't you run out and grab some more items? Okay, I'll be back. So it's just like the other mini game where we're gonna have to come back and forth. Gus! If I could just be left alone, young Mr. Van Horn. Oh, sure, sorry to bother you. It's just that Mr. Kerr has asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. being mayor and all, and you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor? Or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family. For our legacy. That sounds like a heavy burden. For the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. Gonna take a drink with me? No? Okay. I see how it is. Oh, Beck. Hey, you! Anchovies or pineapple? What? On your pizza? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple. Why? How old are you? 12. Perfect. Follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? What just happened? Well. Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Uh-oh. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we hit it off. Oh, really? Get this, his favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your little friend's name?
Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horde, nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Isle. We're Beck's parents.
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you both can stop obsessing about making friends. Oh darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunt development doubles. Oh, I'm screwed. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nellie means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I actually already asked him and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You two don't get into too much trouble now. Okay, is our objective to get into too much trouble? Because otherwise I'm out. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome. I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to that big mansion place. I figured as much. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by their big creepy gate. Don't be late. Or I'm back to square one on this whole friend grift. You're right. Great. See you there. Wait, you didn't tell me a time. Bye. Oh, nail apparently. Well, let's go back to Gran. Check out... What else can we check out? Should we check out the treehouse? I feel like there's probably nothing else going on at the treehouse right now. But we can tell Gran we made the orders. And then we'll go to Beck. Oh, Gran? Gran? We're gonna open these doors eventually. Oh, Gran! Well, are we gonna see Gran on our way to Beck's? Be like, hey, Gran! What the frick are you doing here? And she'll be like, well, I could ask you the same. We're gonna be like, oh, our friend Beck, remember? One of our 5 closest friends. Okay, here we go. Hippity hoppity. Oh, okay. Good morning, Geoff. What's so good about it? Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all that. It's not all bad. The festival is coming up. The festival. Old Man Valentine used to put a cockamamie shindig all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's Perennial Harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between the old Valentine Company and the new Perennial Harvest outfit
Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit.
Is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. But those are both garbage. Exactly. Life in a nutshell. I already talked to you all. Okay, well. Can I go into the store and buy some jam? What about a telephone booth and go to a secret lair? No? Okay. So who all lives in that house? Harris and Gus Valentine grew up there, and Solo moved in a few years back. The creepy little kid in the vest? That sounds like the one. So just 3 people live in that huge thing? I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really. The Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says that it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the fowl harvest. Okay, that's like the 15th time someone mentioned this fowl harvest thing. And you all use the same anonymous, ominous tone. Eventually, you're going to explain to me how that harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. I love the way they run. Most kids would have just ditched me by this point. You are still here? Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simple as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great, whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle that.
Took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills. Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love. Couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates.
One word.
Dinner went
paper
by
plates.
without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to. She could do that.
It sounds like she doesn't want to do that. So, Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over on the other side of the river. Your grandma! Where are your parents at? Beck. Manners. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Damn it, I cannot talk. This is so sad. We're getting the backstory. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like, missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally we'd have put more effort into dinner.
Fiona nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We aren't fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry. Are we just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck. I'm sorry, Luca. This move has us all a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So Beck said that you moved here for work?
Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
What was her one rule? Ow. I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her their newest lead researcher of deep engineering. Oh no. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture and killing their staff. But yeah, sure. Into something more useful than sprinkling water and encroaching on the ground. Encroachment on the ground?
Luca glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
What Nellie means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you didn't.
Beck slammed her fist into the table, perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca? How about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rollo soon.
Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Ominous. Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the Alamus. Yeah, Alamus aren't that useful around here.
Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. See you at the festival, Beck. Is she gonna follow? Wait up! I'll walk you home. What, he said he wasn't going home?
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rollo could be prickly around new people.
You're right. Because, like, anyone would be. But this isn't your grandmother, so maybe it'll work out.
Beck seemed cool. Rollo would warm up to her eventually.
Yeah, give it 6 years.
Probably.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as clouds above began to break, rumble, break, rumble, break, rumble, break.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Sure, you can meet Rollo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rollo I'd tell him about...
Luca stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promised you'd tell him what? Spit it out, bud. Bub. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you've gotta tell me. Okay. You can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah! And we will pick up the next episode to tell her what happened. I hope you guys are enjoying, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!